and welcome to Labor Lens, where we bring to you updates information in the world of work and pay. I am Sharon Ijason. This week we will be focusing on the plight of workers who work here in Oshodi Apapa Expressway. But before we dig deeper, let's take the news. We will be right back.
The Joint Research and Allied Institution Sector Unions in Abuja have joined their counterparts in other states to call on the federal government to resume negotiations with their union leaders. The union has been on strike since November and is worried that the government is yet to call for a negotiation with its leadership or meet their demands.
Our demands are as follows. 1. Poor funding of our research institutes. 2. Establishment of a National Research Institute Commission. 3. Immediate release of Research Institute Condition of Service. Separation of research funds from capital budget. Implementation of a 65 years retirement age. Payment of peculiar allowances. And the 12 months arrears of conrise, that is salary arrears, since 2009.
Lagos, like most resilient cities of the world, is a place where abundant resources meet effective resourcefulness. But most importantly, it is a city that never sleeps. Located within the nation's commercial nerve center, Apapa is a town that acts as a major economic gateway and is home to West Africa's biggest seaports, including Nigeria's premier port, the Lagos Port Complex, and the Tinkan Island. With the constant traffic gridlock in Apapa, Lagos, and the alleged death of some workers in the area, I set out to verify what an average worker experienced daily on Apapa Wharf Road. It's 4:30 a.m. and my subject, Ayo Ajayi, a dock worker, lives in Agbado Ijayi, an outskirts of Lagos State. I met him at the bus stop of his house. We exchanged pleasantries and then set out for his workplace in Apapa. After some minutes, we boarded a bus to Oshodi. So you're telling me now that this is normal stress you go through. You told me that you wake up as early as 3:30 a.m.
Well, it was not like that before, because a journey of from Kola to Wharf under normal condition is a journey of less than 1 hour. But you know, when we experience this total blockage within Apapa because of the bad road, we are forced to wake up in our houses maybe as early as 3 or 3:30. We make sure that we leave our house around 4 a.m. So to get to work maybe by 7 or 8 a.m. in the morning. So a journey that's supposed to take us for 1 hour before is now 3, 4, 5 hours.
It was a little tiring. I dozed off a bit, but had to brace up for the long journey ahead. It was a busy morning, although some said it was a little light. At Oshodi Express, I and the crew could not get a direct bus to Apapa Wharf. And it was only a matter of time we realized what was ahead was total roadblock on both sides of the road. Finally, we opted into a bus once again. From mile 2, the road was blocked, but the driver was able to navigate and drive against traffic. Just before Coconut bus stop, Ayo alighted from the bus because there was no way to go. I took about 10 minutes of his time to survey the area.
From the TITC, because they are not doing the work normal. When you reach there, they will be browsing their phone. Before they will allow motor to go inside, we can spend like more than 15 minutes to go into inside. That's why all this traffic is like this. Again, all the last mile and the police, they feel like they are controlling. They are collecting money, putting them one way. Not say one way, they are moving this money. We are here over getting 5 days today. Today is 5 days.
This road is not good. I have been here for the past 5 days. I have not slept.
Ayo informed me he had to catch a bike to his office, which cost 400 naira, as that was the only way to access the port from this point. A little curious on what the journey will look like, I remember how my day began. From my official car to a bus, and now a bike. A bike that has to maneuver in between tankers and trucks. It was quite a stressful and risky adventure. Ayo, who left his house at 4:30 a.m., arrived his workstation at 9:30 a.m.
Coming to Apapa is like going to hell, because I leave my house around 4:30 a.m. See the time now. I think the time is 9:30. I get to Apapa around 9:30. I'm still going to work, and I'll be at my working place till 6 p.m. So I don't know, and it's like that every day. We spend more money, we spend more time on the road. So I have to come down on the road and carry Okada. I enter Okada because of the bad road. We are paying triple of the normal fare, but we are helpless. There's nothing we can do. So government will just come to our head and repair the road.
I had a chat with Mazili Ifeanyi Edward, president of the Nigerian Port Authority Workers Branch, and he reacted to pending allegations and state of the road in Oshodi Apapa dual carriageway.
If you are looking at the slow pace of moving of these goods, you will also look at the holding bays we have, and you will also look at these trailer drivers, these tanker drivers, these trailers that are on the street. Are they supposed to be where they are at that point? They are supposed to be there. Are they supposed to be there? Because if you look at the holding bay issue, I'm coming to that point. If you look at the holding bay issue, we don't even have. Even if we have, it's not enough. That is number one. Then number two, if you say that the pace is slow, then it means that you have to find a place to keep your tankers and keep your trailers until you are sure that these things are cleared. We all know about how network will fluctuate in the country. And so if you put that into consideration, you're supposed to have this clearance a day or two before putting your truck on the road. So if you say because it is slow, then is that enough excuse for somebody to put trucks on the road and be causing hold up? The answer is no. And if the roads are terribly bad, then we look to a way to ensure that we do something that will allow space for other vehicles to move.
When Ayo finished the day's work, it was 6 p.m. already. I followed him, but this time he went through a water channel. Then a bike, and then with the bus back to Agbado Ijayi. He did not arrive his bus stop until 10:15 p.m. in the night. This, according to him, another respondent I met in Oshodi Apapa dual carriageway, is their daily ordeal in a bid to earn a living for themselves and survive in Lagos.
We are begging our government to please come to our aid. We are suffering, we can't pay our bills, we sleep, bath, cook on the road. The road is bad. Workers trek to their offices. We need help.
You leave your house at a very early morning. Then before we can get here, we spend like 3, 4, 5 hours on the road. Even going back is worst. You get me? So we are begging government, let them do something so that the road will be put in the right way so that everybody can enjoy this place.
They should think about how they will construct this road, because many people have lost their lives here. And moreover, if you look at the tankers and the containers, they have been choking up the road. You know, there is no causing a big havoc here. And this is too bad. It's very, very bad. It's very, very bad. I think there should be a change here.